Hello there, everybody. I just want to say before this video starts that I have been sick for the past 4 freaking days. It has been 13 degrees out. My heater doesn't work. I ran out of propane. Don't judge me for making these videos and making these shorts while I'm sick. I just got approved for partnership by YouTube, so now I can start making ad revenue and revenue in general on these videos. Don't judge me. I want to make that bank. Did you ever wonder if it was possible that the Confederacy of Independent Systems could have defeated the Galactic Republic within a single swoop? Well, it's very possible. In fact, it's completely probable. And we are going to be talking about that today because I have been thinking about this for a little while. And I thought it'd be really fun to talk about the Trade Federation and the Confederacy of Independent Systems and how these two organizations, especially combined, could have destroyed the ever-living crap out of the Galactic Republic and probably could have taken over the Republic if they wanted to. Not like anybody was really trying to stop them anyway. So here we go. Now, to figure out why the Trade Federation and the Confederacy of Independent Systems could easily defeat the Republic, we have to talk about one thing, and that's the Rusan Reformation. So the Rusan Reformation basically was a reformation, basically telling the entirety of the Republic that they have to take down their arms and basically demilitarize themselves to the point where the Grand Army of the Republic no longer exists and the Galactic Republic has no standing military, but now all the core worlds like Coruscant now have to be protected by minimal security forces in case of pirate invasion or something along those lines, effectively leaving major businesses like the Trade Federation to fight for themselves and for them to create their own military forces like the Trade Federation did for themselves when they created their own droid army. Which is really weird considering that multi-million-dollar corporations are allowed to basically have their own military forces to protect them from pirates and such, but for some reason the galactic government isn't allowed to have a standing military because that makes sense for some reason. It's like if the United States military didn't exist and Walmart had to protect themselves with their own personalized military force, or, Target or Kmart or something. And thanks to everybody's best friend Wikipedia, we have actual numbers to determine how many droids that the Trade Federation actually has, and the numbers are pretty big. And the Trade Federation also has like 20 of these, Lucre Hulk command ships, so take that number that a normal Lucre Hulk can hold, times that by about 20. That's the standard of how many droids they should be looking at right now, and it's absolutely crazy. So the Trade Federation right now, as it stands in Episode 1, already has anywhere between a couple of 100,000 to, if not a few million B-1 battle droids, as well as droidicas, vulture droids, landing ships, troop transports, and assault tanks. So that's already a massive amount of just troops to have and armaments to carry. So that's already crazy. In fact, just by looking at the screen in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, the army of the Trade Federation stretches out all the way from the plains of Naboo straight to the front door steps of Theed Palace on Naboo. I don't know how many miles that is because I'm not that guy, but I would say that's a lot. 10 years later, in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, it gets a lot worse, because not only does the Trade Federation itself now have the ability to have its own droid army, since they were never held liable for the literal invasion of Naboo, and they were never held accountable for it, but now they get to join up with the Confederacy of Independent Systems that is now being led by an ex-former Jedi Count Dooku, who has already brought in multiple organizations to already assist with the new creation of this new organization that already has a massive droid army on top of what the Trade Federation already has. So just to give a small list of the amount of people that were actually involved in this, you have Count Dooku, who already uses the influence of his family. You have the Commerce Guilds, you have the Corporate Alliance, you have the Galactic Republic Rim faction, you got the Retail Caucus, the Techno Union, the Trade Federation, the Intergalactic Banking Clans, and the Monlist Banking Clan, along with the Geonosians who were hosting them and who were already providing a massive amount of droids through their own droid factories and their massive amount of hive mind slave labor. And trust me, they had a few battle droids. They had the B1 battle droids, the B2 super battle droids, droidicas, spider droids, crab droids, the weird hellfire droids that had the two wheels. They had buzz droids, vulture droids. They had the tri-laser droid things that you see on the screen right now. Basically, they had well over dozens upon dozens of different variants of different droids all across the spectrum. And the total number of droids that they had overall reached into the quintillions of droids that they had. And also, keep in mind that the only reason why the Confederacy of Independent Systems lost the entirety of the Clone Wars to begin with was strictly because Palpatine wanted that to be his plan. He wanted to rule the Republic. He wanted to be its absolute ruler. He wanted to be in office for longer than any individual had been in office in Republic history, and he wanted to fight in the Clone Wars for as long as humanly possible. And by the end of the Clone Wars, the Trade Federation and the Galactic Republic, as well as the Confederacy of Independent Systems, all of these different various groups, including the banking clans and the Techno Trade Union, everything was destroyed. All of these systems were destroyed, all of these organizations were destroyed, the Republic becomes the new empire, and the Confederacy of Independent Systems is all wiped out by Darth Vader within like a couple of minutes, if not half an hour tops. So the easy question is basically this: could the Confederacy of Independent Systems, with quintillions of droids, a massive armada, dozens of variants of droids, along with the Commerce Guild, the Corporate Alliance, the Rim factions of the Galactic Republic, the Intergalactic Banking Clan, the Retail Caucus, Techno Union, and the Trade Federation, along with an ex-Jedi leading the way towards their victory, and a massive armada, a massive fleet, could they take on not only the Jedi, but also take over the entirety of the Galactic Republic, who, as it stands, has no army and has no idea what's going on in the outer rim of the galaxy and only knows what's happening because of Obi-Wan Kenobi? The answer is 100% yes. There is no fight. They win immediately. I have no idea why this is a question.